Yeah, that was my peak. Peak in high school. High school was shit for me.
Do you think you would have enjoyed high school more if you had stayed in Florida?
So, so, hold on. I gotta go grab Schmidt, and then I'll explain this to you. Um, so when I left middle school to go to high school, it was I went to middle school at a school called Hillgustat in Sebring. Um, and after I left Hillgustat, I moved over to Lake Placid High School. So when I was in high school in Florida, it was just a shit of a time because I had no friends. And you know how high school is, like, you know, everybody's already got their friend groups and stuff. So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's exactly how Fairfield was.
but
All the kids that went to grade school together.
Fairfield was easier for me though because people had interest in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no interest in a new kid at Lake Placid. You know what I mean? Especially when I was
Yeah.
a
Like it.
I was a new kid, but I didn't like randomly join like in the middle of the year. I joined at the beginning of the year. At the same time everybody else is starting high school, I am too. So nobody's noticed as me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh, you're not. You weren't here.
Yeah. So I didn't have any friends at and but if I would have stayed around like my friends from middle school, fuck yeah, high school probably would have been tight as fuck. But I moved around. I like I've told you this before. I didn't spend an entire year of high school in one place. Um,
Besides Fairfield.
I wasn't in Fairfield for an entire year. I came to Fairfield at the freshman year. I went from Florida to Illinois, and then sophomore year I went from Illinois to North City, and then junior year I went from North City to COVID, and then senior year we went back to school, and I graduated halfway through the year, so I only spent half the year in North City.
Yeah. I guess I always kind of forget about the COVID year. It kind
Yeah,
of just throws it off.
yeah. So half of junior year I was at North City, and then COVID hit. So, but yeah, in a world where I stay in either Sebring or Avon Park, high school probably would have been tight as fuck. Have you joined the? Are you here yet?
Yeah. I'm in your main household.
You joined?
Yep.
Okay. Like I've told you this before. Me and you became friends very late in the high school. Me and you became friends like junior year of high school. You were probably I've been friends with you longer than I've been friends with anybody else my entire life. That's how much like moving around I did throughout being younger and stuff.
Right. Which like this year will be. Why do I have cops?
Nice. My little
Is this some
lawbreaker.
kind of a mission or something?
I don't have cops. My little outlaw.
Hopefully Lester will let me have to call him off on me. I was just driving and I just got cops for no reason. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Weird.
And I can't call Lester. Fucking sick. I'm gonna blow myself up. Um, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying before. I got cops on me.
I was I was saying that I've been friends with you longer than I've been friends with anybody else. And then you started to say something after that. I don't know where you were going.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Um, But yeah, like my elementary school is the only time I ever spent like the entire time in one place. Because even in middle school, I spent sixth grade at Avon Park and then seventh and eighth grade at Hillgestad. But all
You want me to come pick you up?
no, I got a vehicle. But yeah, all elementary school was in one spot, so that was pretty tight. Yeah, dude, we have to play Buffalo in the wild card. We're we're gonna lose.
That's not a favorable
So,
thing.
haha, Alex doesn't get his little dream bet of playing Jacksonville again. I get bragging rights until we play again. Pussy. See, that's what he don't. That's what he don't seem to understand. Nothing else matters until we play again. I get to like say what we won. Until we play again, we beat you. You know what I mean? Y'all can win this fucking Super Bowl. We can lose to Buffalo by 50, and y'all can win the Super Bowl by 60. It don't fucking matter because we beat you. And until we play again, we beat you. When my team plays your team, my team beats your team. And me and you, we play each other twice a year. Not me and Alex.
I know it's awesome.
Me and Alex, we do not play twice a year. We play every other year. So I get to say some stuff for a little bit.
Speaking of which, the schedule and everything is out. Do you want to try and go to the Jaguars game in Nashville next year, depending on what month it is?
I have probably not. I don't have Scarlet around.
Well, she can come.
No.
We'll have Cam Ward and Trevor Lawrence sign your child.
No. Super no.
I'll arrange it. Don't worry.
No. I'll never talk to you again if you arrange something like that.
You don't want Trevor Lawrence signing your child?
No, I do not want a 30-year-old man to draw on my baby.
He's not 30.
Might as well be. I don't give a shit.
Well, fine. Cam's only 19.
Even worse. That motherfucker might be 32. He was in college for a long time. I'm kidding. He was in college for like 4 years.
Should be a like age cap for college athletes?
No, I think there should be an eligibility cap. Here's the thing. People don't remember what you said about COVID a couple minutes ago? That's what's happened with fucking eligibility. People have completely forgotten about the COVID eligibility year, and people have completely forgotten about people getting injured. Now, because if they were able to work around the system, then fucking here's to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, when you have a situation like Diego Palva trying to get like a 8th year of eligibility just cause, that's not cool, and it's also not going to work, so we don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like, my thing is, I get, the whole COVID red shirt here and everything like that, but it has led to some ridiculous situations.
But also, in those ridiculous situations, you have ridiculous situations. You have the COVID year, and then, like, they get hurt and miss an entire year, so that's another, that's a medical red shirt. And then they get hurt again. There's another medical red shirt. You know what I mean? So for these ridiculous situations, it's because it's a ridiculous situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying the whole COVID thing only added on to that. Like, it just...
Right. And with time, it'll even out, and we'll be back to normal.
Eventually, yeah.
We're actually, it's already that way because we have guys in college right now who were not around for COVID, so it's going to even out now.
I think that's one reason why it's been harder for me to get into college sports is because not necessarily like an eligibility thing, but it's just unless it's a very very large program, it's tough to get into it because there's so much back and forth with like the roster and
You
things
know,
like that.
that's what makes it work now. Because of
I'm
it.
not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that's been kind of my issue with getting into it. Cause it's like I'll start watching a team, and then there'll be a guy like, oh, I like this guy, and then one season later, all right, now he's changed to a different team.
Well, that's the thing with college sports. You're not rooting for the players. You're rooting for the team. Um, like things like NIL and stuff like that. That's why teams like us and USF. That's why we have a chance to be good now. We can have it
Oh, I
before.
don't disagree with that.
Before we had zero. USF has zero chance of ever being anything. Now,
If they get anything, they get one good year out of it,
right,
and then that person leaves.
well, they'll. Well, by the time they're good enough to make something happen, they're a junior and they're going to the NFL. Um,
Yeah, or they're like not necessarily that's happened for USF, but diamond in the rough, and then you know
they're going to
they get
Alabama.
one good year. Yeah, yeah.
But US now because fucking we can get a donor come in, and now we've got that's what like now Texas Tech is a different degree. They are a more a storied school with more program history and stuff like that, and it's in Texas, so it is a little different. But Texas Tech had the same situation of now Texas Tech has a bunch of huge donors, and now they're in the college football playoffs. You know what I mean? That can happen to us. USF can get a big donor come in, and now we're competing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I spawned right next to where you landed your plane. Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of NIL. I think it's how it should be. It's how it should have always been.
Yeah, I don't disagree with NIL. I'm just more of a not even necessarily from an NIL perspective. It's just a lot of players, regardless of not even NIL, just like oh they want to go to a different school, better opportunities. That's great. It's just hard to get behind a program because like the roster's always just changing.
Yeah, and that's
Is more
where
what I was getting at.
and yeah, that's where it goes back to the thing of that's just not what college sports are about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're there for the program, not the players.
right. And that's kind of why I have like some struggle like getting behind a team just because
Right.
of those reasons.
Right, yeah. And I do think you have to have a level of either
So it's got to be local
childhood fandom or
super
local.
person. Yeah,
I like
and
USF and
that's
UCF because they are local.
yeah,
I like Florida State because it is my childhood team. I like Hawaii because they're cool.
yeah. And so with those things in mind, plus on top of just constantly changing rosters and stuff, it's for someone like myself that's really hard to get into college
Hey,
because like
bandwagon, Indiana time, baby.
go Hoosiers.
What's the closest good school to y'all?
Probably Illinois.
How far away is that?
I mean, where I am currently, so about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, dude, just be a University of Illinois fan.
I mean, I kind of am.
Set a waypoint to
Like
the airport.
if U of I is on, like yeah, I'll root for them. I'm not gonna root against U of I.
Yeah.
And like while
Here.
I'm up
Hey.
here, like I've attended games and
Oh
whatnot.
shit.
I just went. You just fucked that cow up.
Brian Hartline, USF man. We're building something down here in Tampa.